Shalom! Do you know what this week's parsha is? It is Pashad Beshalach. So remember how we learned with you that there were 10 makot, 10 punishments that struck the Egyptians. So after the last one, really bad one, Egyptians said, Israel, please leave, we don't want you in Egypt anymore. So all Jewish people left. They were now free. They were walking in the desert toward Har Sinai to receive the Torah. But how did they know where to go? There was a special cloud that showed them the way during the day. And at night there was a pillar of fire that showed them the way then. But what about Pharaoh? A few days passed, and Pharaoh thought, why did I let the Jewish people go? We need slaves. And his servants said, well, they left, they took our gold, silver, all our treasure, and we need our servants. Who is going to work for us? Let's chase them, said Pharaoh. And he prepared his own chariot, even though he was the king, but he was in a hurry to get Jewish people, so he prepared his own chariot. And they all chased, Pharaoh and his army all started chasing Israel. And meanwhile, Israel reached Yam Suf, the Red Sea. They were very close to that sea. They turned back, and what do they see? They see Pharaoh and his army. That was scary. They thought, this is Pharaoh. He's either gonna kill us or he's gonna take us back to be his slaves again in Egypt. And they cried to Hashem, Hashem, please help us. And Hashem, of course, heard their tefillot, their prayers. Said, don't worry, just keep walking. Walk. But where? There was this sea in front of them. And there was a big wind and high waves. Where are they gonna go? But there was a man, his name was Nachshon ben Aminadab. He was the leader of the Shevet Yehuda. He had a really, really big trust in Hashem. He wasn't scared, so he jumped into the sea and he started walking. And he was walking until the water reached up to his neck. And some people followed him, and then Hashem saw, wow, these people have a lot of emunah, they have faith in me, and they have trust in me. And he told Moshe to stretch out his hand, and Moshe stretched his hand, and the sea dried up for them. For the Jewish people, the sea dried up, so there was dry land for them to walk through the sea. And do you know how they walked? Hashem made 12 tunnels. Remember, there were 12 Shvatim, 12 tribes. So there was a tunnel for each Shevet. And they were walking, and the water turned into like walls. And if someone was thirsty, for example, while they were walking, he would turn and there would be like a water fountain in the wall so he could drink. Or if someone was hungry, like there was a child and he said, Mom, I'm hungry, I want an apple. An apple would pop out of the wall, or a pomegranate. That's how they were walking through these 12 tunnels. And the Egyptians, of course, followed them. They couldn't even stop. Their horses wouldn't stop and turn back. And when the last Jew stepped on the shore, Moshe stretched his hand again. And the waters crashed on the Egyptians. They covered the Egyptians and they all drowned. And that was the last punishment for all the bad things they did for Bnei Israel But what about Pharaoh? Remember, he was there, Pharaoh was there. Did he drown or not? And if not, why? And what happened to him? So I want you to look up and answer to this question. What happened to Pharaoh? Okay? Maybe ask your parents or someone to help you to look up the answer and share it with me. Send it to me. I really want to know what you find out. Okay, and then next time we'll talk about it. But for now, I want you to help your mom and your dad to get ready for Shabbat and have a very, very good, restful Shabbat. Shabbat Shalom.